Hey! Hi everybody! Today we're going to be going over Overboss, which is a game I've actually been excited about since I played Boss Monster so much. You've got a lot of questions like what is Overboss? Why should you care? How do you play? And why don't my pants fit anymore? Well, I will answer all of your questions in this video. Let's start a new game. Alright, we'll do the top row for one round and then we'll do the bottom row for another one, and we'll play with bosses. I like the 4x4 tile set. Let's see. Give me some random character, it doesn't matter who. Porcus. Cool. Yeah, and then King Croak pops over here. He's going to give you a rundown, but a terrible one. You don't need to read that. There's basically no explanation on how to play this game, so that's what I'm going to tell you. Basically, you choose these tiles on this side, and try to get as many points as possible. That's basically all there is to it. Each type of land has a different scoring mechanism. So like these forts here, you need forts that don't have the same flag. So you see that yellow flag and that blue flag? If you manage to get both of those, then you would get 1 point for the first one and then 4 for the second one, I think. Maybe you get 0 for the first one and then 1 for the second one. Actually probably adds up. That's probably closer to the truth. Maybe you need 5 of those. You know what? Let's find out. I'm going to buy that one. I'm going to drop it here. Alright, and that's one turn. Now, I don't have a lot to choose from here. I didn't get another fort. One of them goes away, and they refresh the tiles based on what's left. Whatever's at the top when you end. Like if you pick this one, this one's going to disappear. If you pick this one's going to disappear. If you pick the bottom 2 or the bottom 3, the top one disappears. I'm going to go with clouds because there's an orc there. And if I take the orc off of there and I put him there, I get a bonus point because he's in his home. Look how happy he is. Let's see, the clouds deal. It's worth 7 points, but -1 for every type of land that isn't a cloud. So right now, that's worth 6. If I start getting lots of things that aren't clouds, like that goes down. And between you and me, the easiest way to win the game is to get clouds in like 2 other types. Honestly, if you could get all clouds, that would be best, but I've never seen that happen. But I have gotten 3 types, like here. I already don't have a choice, I don't think. Unless... yeah, no, his special ability isn't going to save me here. We'll go into his abilities later. What else is good? I'm going to get lots of clouds. It would be nice if I got more points for those clouds. So I'm going to get this one with a cloud gem. So that cloud gem will give me 1 bonus point for each one of these I have. So every time I put down a cloud tile, I get a bonus point now. Yay! This castle type, if you put a vampire on it, it is worth 2 points. That's about all there is to it. Clouds are very basic. Yeah. I'll end my turn here. What other types are there? Okay, so there's dungeon types. If you put a dungeon down, it's worth 1 point plus 1 for every adjacent thing that's not... for every unique adjacent tile. So like if I put it here and then put a castle up here, I'd get a point for a castle, a cloud, a fort. and then the point for it being itself. Ooh, and he comes with an orc. It's tempting, but grabbing that would reduce my cloud points, and I don't want that yet. So I'm going to get castle. And look, it came with a vampire. Give me more points. Ooh, big points. I don't know why that gave me 3, but I'm happy for it. Yeah, there's not a lot of explanation of why points happen. I'm trying to figure it out, or I've done my best. This one's tough. Okay, so the desert, I can get up to 20 points if I link 5 of them in a row. And that's a lot of points. That feels good. That's probably my second favorite next to clouds for scoring a lot of points. But it's a little late in the game to start on that. So I'm going to go with the dungeon, since I've already got a wonderful place for it here. And it comes with a vampire. Yeah, look at those points. Now, at the end of the game, you get more bonus points for bands of monsters. And that's when you have like a row or a column with the same type of monster. I think it's like worth 2 points for 2 guys next to each other, and then I think it's like worth 6. I don't know how the scoring goes on that, and it's not really explained in the demo very well, but yeah, more of the same type of monster in a row gives you more points. I think I figured it out one point, and if you have a square, it's actually worth a little bit more than if you had a straight line. But squares are tough. Alright, ending my turn. Bye, orc dude. I'll miss you. Alright, so I can go more dungeon, or I could get another fort. And I think I want another fort. Or do I want another dungeon? Yeah, get another dungeon. So, like, these count as, like, unique pieces adjacent to each other. So you do get a point for a dungeon next to a dungeon. I'm going to drop a wormy up here in the clouds. You know, cloud worms. As you do. And, yeah. I'll get myself another fort. We'll get some fort worms in here to get the bonus points for worms in a row. And yeah, I think we want... I want this fort, but I don't necessarily need the crystal for the desert here. What I can do is use my Porcus ability. When drafting this turn's tile and token set, you may take any tile and any token from the market. So I use my Porcus powers. Can grab this and a vampire, because I'm collecting vampires, and I can put the fort here, put a vampire in it. Yay. Got more vampires in a row. More points. Ooh, and a fort. This is kind of ideal. It's the best way to do this. I'm actually going to put this castle down here. I put the orc in the fort, or in the castle. And before I end my turn, I'm going to show you what these portal tokens do. So you can use the portal token to swap locations of dudes. So now I've got orcs and forts. That's worth a bonus point. And I've got vampires in castles, and that's worth lots of points. Gross. I do like clouds, so I'm gonna get the cloud harpy. We need more clouds, because we've got the cloud crystal here. We want to monopolize on that any way we can. And speaking of which, More clouds. Gonna stuff some more worms in the clouds. We're doing pretty good. Like, we got more tile variety than I would like, but it's not bad. That crystal's basically useless to me, but I've got it. Oh, and this is basically where I lose the game. I don't have a choice but to get one of these, and that's going to decrease all my cloud values. Shoot, and they're not worth good points. Okay, so the caves are worth 1 point and +2 if you put them next to a mountain, and you can see like some mountains on the edges of the map. So I've got exactly one spot where a cave would come in handy for me. I'm gonna grab a desert. The desert's gonna come with a mini boss. And mini bosses are just worth straight up 2 points. Not bad, but not great either. Let's get more deserts, more orcs in a row. Yeah, I want to get these high desert numbers to make this worth my time at all. So I'm going to keep going desert. If I get one more desert tile, everything will work out. And I don't. Great. But this isn't too bad. Yeah, I'm going to drop this guy right here. And I'll throw this here. And I can do some swapping, and I think I might. We'll make a rectangle with the worms. I think that'll maximize the points there. And congrats, I'm an abomination. I always suspected. So yeah, at the end you can see the scoreboard and see where your points came from. I got 9 camps, 14 from castles, 9 from cloud islands, 14 from dungeons. I did have a lot of dungeons. But like, this is a terrible score. I could have done so much better. The bands were pretty good. The matching monsters were okay. The crystals, eh. The boss score. I forgot what my boss's like passive scoring ability was. But I'll show you in a second. We'll do another game and I'll show you the other territories too. Alright, so now the other map's over here. We'll play with bosses again. Now, let's see. I was Porcus. I score 1 extra point for each type of monster and mini-boss on your map. Gotcha. So, yeah, every different type of monster gave me a point. So maybe it was bad that I had so many different lands. Kazana here might be my favorite. She scores an extra 3 for each separate group of exactly 3 tiles of the same terrain type. And she discards and restocks all the terrain tiles. She's really good if you get her matched up with clouds. Yep, King Croak's gonna explain the game to me again. Let's see. Let's kick it off with volcanoes. Volcanoes are worth a lot of points. But they kill everyone adjacent to them. So like, they just straight up give you 4 points. That's fair. I got a gravestone crystal. That's cool too. Like, if I got all volcanoes in here, you get like 4 times 16. What is that? 64 points? That's pretty good. I do have the grave crystal, so I'm just gonna start placing cemeteries around, I think. I'm gonna put them next to the mountains, because I know I don't have any caves to worry about this time. What I do have are swamps. They get a bonus point for... They're worth 1 point, bonus point for being next to the water and a bonus point for being next to the another swamp. So you do kind of want to like line those up around like this edge here. Well, not worth as much in the middle, but you know, not horrible either. Cemeteries are complicated. They're worth. They don't work like this in the board game as far as I can tell, but they changed it up for the video game. Maybe it's just for single player rules. In the board game, it's like whoever has the most cemeteries gets the most points out of it. Here, it seems like you get whatever number of points here plus whatever number you're on here. So like the first one, I got 1 point exactly. The second one, I got 3 points for the 1 pointer and the 2 points here. If I get a third one, it'll be whatever that number is. It can go up to 3 plus another 2 points. And then if I get a fourth one, I can get that sweet 5 pointer there. So ears open. I don't have to worry about my cloud rules this time, so I can go ahead and blow things up. I'm just going to drop a ton of volcanoes. I'm going to try and remember her bonus for keeping tile groups of exactly 3 tiles. So if I get like 3 volcanoes in a row, that's going to be bonus points, and 3 cemeteries in a row, that's bonus points. And I guess I'm going to start picking up some forests. Forests are fun. They're pretty straightforward. You get 1 point for 1, 3 points for 3, 3 points for 2, 6 points for 3, 10 for 4. They don't need to be connected. There's no special rules there. It's just those are your points. Now if I get a portal, I can swap these two and get the land bonus. Ooh. Boom. There's the 4 points. Plus I'm getting the bonus point for Kazana if I don't put any more volcano tiles there. Ooh, and here we are with these points. I'm going to put a fire guy up here. That'll also remind me not to put a volcano next to these because they'll kill those guys. That's not ideal. The opposite of ideal. Undeal. Okay, and let's drop you way up here in the corner. Alright, so I've maxed out on cemetery points. What am I doing? If I pick this one up, I just get another bonus point here. It's all very sad. Hang on. Could start doing dungeons. Like right off the bat, it's worth 4 points. Like that's a solid volcano's worth of points. They're not too terrible if you get 3 next to each other. Like you're losing some points there. Speaking of points, I think the most points I'm gonna get is for more cemeteries here. Like I got 3 right off the bat. I don't get any more points for additional cemeteries, but I got 1 for him being a skeleton and 1 for having the crystal. So not worth a lot on paper, but better than nothing. And if I drop another cemetery right here, I've got 3 in a row, and that will give me an extra 3 bonus points. The game is just a puzzle game. Lots of math. Maybe that's your thing, maybe it isn't. I'm having a good time. Look at these guys, all happy and in a row. Need to get another forest in here. I think I've done my math a little horribly here. I want the bonus forest points, but I can't put a piece here or I'll lose that +3. I can't put a piece there or I'll lose some more bonus points. Oh, dear. Alright. You go here. Summoning circles. I haven't explained them. They're worth 1 point. And I can trade somebody for a token up here. And I don't know the full rules. I don't think it can be just anybody, but I mean, we can test that theory. Can I trade you? No. Can I trade you? Yeah, I think you have to be adjacent to the summoning circle. You can get traded for someone in the shop. Like if I get another skeleton out here, that's a lot of points. I want those points. Oof, and terrible choices all around. If I drop a volcano, it blows up all of these guys, but got the Kazana special ability. Throw away all the tiles on the left and draw 4 new ones. Hey. Now what can I do? Dropping this would give me 5 points, but it would cost me 3. That's not worth it. I think the most money bang for my buck here would be to drop this cemetery. I get the 3 points, plus 1 for that. I put this guy in the mix and get a band this way and a band this way. 75 points. I feel like I deserved better for that. What have I got? 10 for forest, 20 for graveyards. Summoning circles are so super cheap. Hardly ever worth it. Volcano points, eh. Dungeon points, ugh. Bands, crystals. Yeah, I just did decent. 3. 3? I believe I misread her power then. Because by my count, I should have gotten 9. Let's double check her power. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. You there. +3 for each separate group of exactly 3 tiles of the same terrain type. Man, yeah, I thought I nailed that. Maybe it's a bug in the demo. Either way, I'm really looking forward to it. The game feels pretty complete. What it's missing is a tutorial. And it's missing some of the bosses. You can see they're grayed out here. Like I can't be hot vampire lady, Killa, who seems to be a monkey of some kind, Kirax, I remember them from Boss Monster. Oh, and Zyzax, also from Boss Monster. Cool dudes, right? I'd like to see them. Looking forward to when the game comes out. The other thing they seem to be missing, maybe as an AI multiplayer? Yeah, I don't see a way to choose like AI here. But mostly complete. I'm looking forward to what the full game is like. It seems pretty much done. Let me get off the title screen and see if I can quiet down a little bit. I'll just get into the game. The music's a banger, but it's super noisy, or builds up super noisy. So, yeah. That's Boss Monster. I hope I effectively taught you how to play, or I taught you enough so that you can learn to play. The demo's free right now. You can download it and play it at any time. I'll put a link in the description. let's see. What is Overboss? I don't know if I explained that fully. Overboss is a game from the same people who brought you Boss Monster. That's why you see recognizable characters like Father Brain here. But yeah, it's meant to look kind of Super Nintendo-y, maybe a little NES-y, to remind you of old video games. And if you haven't played Boss Monster, it's a great game. Overboss is the new one. I haven't played the board game, but I was really looking forward to the video game because, I don't know, I don't spend too much time with board game nights and friends anymore. They all moved away and started lives and such. Wah wah, cry cry, etc. But, let's see. What other question did I forget to answer? Oh yeah, why do my pants not fit like they used to? That's because you used to consume a lot more calories when you had a more active lifestyle when you're younger. Now that you're older, you've gotten a little more sedentary, so your pants, don't quite fit you as well as they used to. You can fix that one of two ways. You could move more or eat less, exercise, diet. I've found counting calories works really well, but personally, I like to think of it as a sign of personal growth and remind me of where I've been. And then I like to eat a handful of Oreos out of my desk drawer. And, that's my lifestyle, and I highly recommend it. And this game, I highly recommend too. You saw like the rounds took less than 10 minutes. I think I filled up most of the time with my rambling and explaining things. This is a great game to play on like breaks at work. These are the sneaky games that I accidentally sink hundreds of hours to because I'm like, hey, I've got a free 5 minutes. I'm going to play a game. Because I never stop playing games. So I'm actually really enjoying this one. And yeah, I had a free half hour, so I thought I'd give everybody a quick demo. So thank you for joining me. If you want to see more games like this, or this game specifically, I could play it more when it comes out. But I'm just happy to have you here. Thank you. We need to start thinking of what games I'm going to play when Baldur's Gate is through, and I think I'm about halfway through Act 3. So pretty soon, I think I'm going to move on to Dokapon Kingdom. That's coming out for Steam real soon, and that was a classic. I loved it on PlayStation 2. Looking forward to playing through it again. Yeah, that's it for me today. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Any money I do eventually make is just going to go to improving the content on this channel. And thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.